Well, so now we'll make a team by team analysis of the IPL, and I mean the four teams in the playoffs. Best wishes to them. But let's start from the low to the top. Well, so the first name that comes up is Chennai Super Kings, five-time IPL winners. But this season has been their worst in the history of the IPL. First time ever wooden spoon in the history of the competition. Well, what went wrong for the men in yellow? I mean, uh, probably everything went wrong from their power play batting to their plan of choking the opposition with spin. And I mean, even their home record was in tatters this year. And then the batting against spin in the middle overs, their finishing, just nothing clicked for them. Even Ruturaj Gaikwad got injured midway. MS Dhoni came. Many hoped for a Midas touch from Mahi once again, but it just wasn't meant to be. Probably the replacements at the end was a silver lining. But I'm joined by Shubhadeep, and we would like to analyze what went wrong for the men in yellow.
Well, so many. The list of negatives are actually has rules out the list of positives. That's why you know where they are. At the end of the group stage of the tournament, Udin for the very first time, as you mentioned. Rituraj Gaikwad injury is not a very positive news for them for sure, and leaving someone who has the caliber of Rituraj, captaincy, veteran in the for the Chennai for last so many years, 5 seasons at least. So yeah, leaving as someone like an experienced guy was always a negative. Then to start with was the middle order batting. It just didn't start. It didn't start for the entire season. I thought, as MS mentioned at the end of the the last game against Gujarat with their own in Narendra Modi Stadium, that because they played so many games, four out of their first six games were in Chennai, so now slow pitches. The batsmen didn't find the confidence enough in their own department, and batting is a hell of a job of confidence. And once they didn't get a confidence, once they didn't feel the ball into the middle of the bat, it just kind of converted into the rest of the season. I thought batting against the spinners was not up to the mark for Chennai. They have been doing as their kind of a cheat code for the last previous all the editions or the successful campaigns. Shivam Dube, if you see the list of the most runs, Shivam Dube is among top two, top three for Chennai, but his strike rate of 132 is not really uh, a job that he's been given by the manager. I think,
And particularly the way he maneuvered spin. I mean, his
yeah,
role was clear over the last 2 3 years. He will come smack any spinner, be it Rashid, be it Nareen. But this year, he was blocking even the part timers.
it is. And also losing wicket at a cluster. I think that was a main issue for CSK. They didn't have many partnerships in the middle overs or middle order in most of the games. You remember that game against the Kolkata Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens. So they lost wicket, end of lost 5 wickets inside the power play. So that was all of an issue. Also, data one
Yeah, and
bowling.
I
Yeah,
mean, even despite if I just leave out that spin batting, I mean, the issue started at the top in the power play. I think before Ayush Matre came in the first 6 or 7 games, they had
yeah,
hit only three sixes. Before Ayush Matre came, three sixes in 7 matches in the power play. I mean, that was
yeah.
an absolute horrendous stat. And
Correct.
I mean, Ayush Matre just changed the complexion. He was a revelation, to be honest. Probably all the three replacements that CSK took midway, Ayush, Udvil, and Devil Brevis. But
Yeah,
I mean, the power play batting was in tatters.
it felt like it was IPL 2025, and they were batting like a
Yeah.
2002. The first time IPL was no T20 wasn't even invited. They're playing like a T20 format in the manner. Also, dead bowling. I think dead bowling is something that they have to look forward to for the next season. Have to do so many jobs there. I remember that game. Obviously, everyone remembers the RCB game at home when Sam Curran just kind of just went for
Yeah.
so many runs in the last over and just kind of take the game away. Those 10, 15 runs here and there, it makes a huge difference in the game. But that's a negative. Um,
Yeah,
Obviously,
even
there are some.
Patiana's form was down quite a bit.
Yeah,
I thought they
Patiana.
could have tried Ellis maybe a couple of matches, but they relied a bit more on Patiana.
Yeah, but Satoshi, there are some few positives, if I say. There are very tiny positives, if you see. Most of
Well, one
them
of the
were
biggest
replacements.
positives will be the three
Yeah,
replacements, as I mentioned.
yes.
And I mean, surely those three replacements were probably the greatest linings of the season. And I mean, Jadeja was good with the batting. Some patches, to be honest, when he was promoted up the order and was there any more positive? I really can't think. Yeah, Noor
Uh,
will be one because
Noor,
Noor
Noor,
Ahmed. I mean, till
yeah,
now, I think he's the
although
leading wicket taker.
he is now, as we are, shooting this video. the on the night before the on the eve of the first qualifier. So as of now, he is the leading wicket taker, 24 cap. His economy was very perfect. Ball all
Yeah,
so
even
many
Khalil
variations.
Ahmed and Anshul Kamboj, those two pacers.
Anshul Kamba, I think he is a great find for CSK as of now. If they want to, work with him for a couple of seasons, he will be a good bowler. He's hit the length, he hit the length hard kind of a bowler who has got some really big wickets. And I remember Travis there. I remember Shubman Gill. One of the things I always look forward to a bowler is how he returns into the bowling code after being smashed for a six. And that six that Shubman hit, using his speed and very necessarily bowled outswing and taking the edge on a flat surface at Ahmedabad, taking an edge of the batter of Shubman's caliber into his slip is not an easy job. So he has done a good job in that kind of a corridor. Yeah, Noor, as you mentioned, I think he bowled in so many departments, so many various phases of the game. That's always the positive for them. There were
Yeah,
variations,
sure.
always positive for them. The way he maneuvered the spin hitting, in the middle over. Ayush Matre is always there. Urvil Patel, some small contributions that Chennai had in 2021 season, like Moeen Ali used to play. So Urvil Patel is one of those
Yeah,
guys who do that, and you never know what will happen next season if his knees are really fit enough. Then may he turn up for next season. I think Jadeja has done uh, average. I would say average with the ball, average with the bat. All is
well,
good in
some of the big
communication.
names that were thought of expected to perform, like Ashwin, Conway, really didn't stand up to the mark, and there will be
That
questions on their retention next year. So let's wait and watch. I
will
mean,
see.
Chennai is a proud franchise, and they will surely not want to repeat this thing next year. At least not wooden spoon. They will surely want to come back with a bang, as what they're known for. So let's see how they frame the team next year and what they come up with. And till then, cheers. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe it and please share the video with as many friends as possible. Cheers. Goodbye.